Good morning, students. Today we're going to be talking about writing expressions and equations. So this notes page that you picked up right when you walked in is going to be page 112 in your math binder. Make sure you write this in your table of contents and also write the number of your page at the very top of your notes page. Now, when looking at our notes here, it says writing expressions, review the different ways mathematical operations can be written verbally. This as many synonyms as you can think of in the columns below. So if we're focusing just on addition, okay, we are thinking of how mathematical operations can be written verbally. So how do we talk about addition and what words do we typically use? When working with word problems, sum is the big one. So you can write sum. Another one would be to gain. That pertains to adding, for gaining our value. More than, or increased. Greater than is another one. Altogether. And in all are the most common words used for addition. Now, in contrast, when working with subtraction, some synonyms that come to mind are fewer, the difference, loss, decreased by, and less than. Those are the main subtraction synonyms that we use when writing out our math problems verbally. Moving on to multiplication. Product is the word you're going to hear most. Times. Each. Per. And twice is another one. Those are all the word forms of multiplication. For division, we have quotient. Find the quotient means we're dividing. Divided by. Split. To split is like dividing by 2, cut something in half. Okay, those are the main division words that you'll see when writing out equations and expressions. And last but not least, equals. There's really only two, is and same as are the main words that would mean your equal sign. Okay, so those are, this is not all of the words that you may see, but this is most of them when working with writing out expressions going from verbal form to an algebraic term. So now, based off of that, we're just going to practice. It says write an algebraic expression to represent the verbal expressions below. So I'm not going to go through and do absolutely every single one of these with you, but we're going to do most of them together. So looking at this first one here, it says 8 more than a number. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. If I have 8, there's my number. More than is another word used for addition. So we're saying that 8 is more than a number. A number, since it's not given to us, has to be our variable. So I'm just going to put n for our variable. Okay, so the equation could look something like, or the expression could look something like that. 8 plus a number, 8 more than a number. Or you could even flip it around the other way, a number plus 8. Because remember, with addition, the order doesn't matter. Okay, so that would be our first one. Looking at number 2, the difference between a number and 5. The difference means subtraction between a number, that could be my variable n, and 5, of course, is my number. So therefore that would be n minus 5. Since it says a difference between a number and 5, therefore my variable has to come first, and 5 has to come second, because with subtraction, the order does matter. So you would go according to how it is presented to you in your expression. What they talk about first is our variable n, a number, and 5 comes second. So that would be the second term in our expression, n minus 5. Number 3, 19 added to a number. 19 is my number. Added to obviously would be addition, and a number is n. So it could be that in that order, or you could write it as n plus 19. Now, looking at number 4, 6 less than n. So, again, we know less than is subtraction, okay? Now, our order does matter, because this is saying that 6 is less than n, our variable, okay? So n has to come first, because the 6 is less than that n there, okay? So that would be the order in which our expression is placed. For number 5, the difference of 10 and q. Okay, again, the order matters. This is talking about subtraction, the difference of 10 and q. So 10 has to come first in our expression, minus q. And that would be what our expression looks like. Number 6, 19 added to j. 19 plus j. Okay, since it's saying that 19 is being added to j, we could put j first and have the 19 come afterwards, because we're adding that 19 to j, whatever j's value is. For number 7, k less 7. Okay, so that means k minus 7. 8 is 12 less than p. So again, our order matters when we're subtracting. This is 12 less than p, so that means our order has to be p minus 12, because we're saying that the 12 is being taken away from p. There's 12 less than our value of p, so p has to come first. 9, the sum of g and 11. We're talking about addition here. G and 11. So this could be g plus 11 or 11 plus g. Doesn't really matter what order you put those in. Okay, moving on to multiplication, the product of 9 and n. So therefore we are multiplying here. 9 times n, the product of 9 and n. We would just put those two together, because no sign between a number and a variable means you are multiplying. Q times 12. Okay, so that could be 12q. I'm going to go ahead and skip 12. I'm going to have you do that by yourself. Looking at 13k divided by 10. Again, order matters with division, so whatever number comes first is going to be your top number, divided by 10. K divided by 10. Same for 14. The quotient of x and 6. X comes first, 6 comes second, so x has to be the top part of your division problem, and your second number is the bottom, your denominator. I want you to go ahead and do 12 and 15 by yourself, and then go ahead and move on to your next rotation if you finish early.